Y'all listen, look, I'm not even gotta say this.
Why are we acting like this is not Don't get your fucking first life.
There's nothing wrong with hate. You've got to hate some things with a passion. And destruction, they must dislike and hate with a passion.
Oh, damn. I'm just exposing my whole shit. Hold up. Let me get my shit right. What's up, y'all? Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today is Monday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hold on. Let me use this. My bad. Hold up. Gotta make sure my camera right. Gotta make sure we right. Okay? How y'all doing? Today is Monday. Here we got a couple things to get into, baby. A couple things. Shout out to the TikTok. Y'all know I got TikTok over here for the first 20, 30 minutes. What's good, y'all? Come on over to YouTube. I'm gonna tell y'all when. But the link is in the description. Okay, the link is in my bio. Why is that damn I got a filter on? Oh, I guess. Yeah. So today was great. Actually not too long ago. I don't know if for those of you who were there, at least if you follow me on TikTok, which you should be, if you following For the Culture, which you should be. Then you already know that me and Afro was just on live with Tariq Nasheed. It was great. MMG. So yeah, we did a TikTok panel with him for a few hours today. It was really good. You guys gotta go back and watch the playback. It will be up on the For the Culture channel. Okay. Probably tomorrow, to be honest. Probably tomorrow or Wednesday, but more than likely like tomorrow. He gets them up pretty quick, so probably tomorrow. So make sure y'all follow For the Culture so y'all can see that on the playback. Shout out to Tariq. He was up there doing that bug. We let see it, okay? Checking them tethers as he do, as the usual, per usual. So yeah, that was a really good stream. I enjoyed that. Yeah. So yeah, make sure y'all go follow For the Culture, baby. Okay, that's why y'all, you would know that already if you was already following. I'm just saying. But shout out to y'all who got to see it live. What's up, Marcus Moore? I see you in the chat. Shout out to the mods. Mansoor, hey. So yeah, we got a couple things getting into. Let me see. Because it's actually, I'm hoping, we ain't doing too much, but we ain't going too long, but it's a couple things I definitely got to talk about. So first things first, I just want to give a shout out to this brother right here. And y'all know today is Columbus Day. I forgot. You know what's funny? I ain't heard nobody talking about that. I ain't seen nobody really talking about today being and they actually changed that. I didn't realize. Actually, I think I do remember that. I think Trump changed it back because y'all know they changed it to like Indigenous Peoples Day or something like that. And I think he changed it back or some bullshit like that. But I haven't seen anybody talking about that. Like, it's funny as a mug. I haven't seen nobody talking about it. I know everybody off. So it's a federal holiday. It's a lot of people, all kids out of school. My nephew's out of school. But I ain't seen nobody talking about it. It's actually a beautiful thing. Because, to hell with that crap. Unless we're going to be talking about the, egregious things that he did. But yeah, to hell with him. So we let us see it. Shout out to the Indigenous. Now, yeah, let me get into this, though, because I got to give this brother a shout out. As a matter of fact, speaking of in school, or people in being out of school, should I say, this brother right here, let me see if I can make myself a little smaller, because I really like this brother right here is a teacher, and I'm not sure what grade, but they look like they're like elementary school grade, to be honest. They don't look that old, but this brother is taking the time out of his work day, and not even work day, because this is after school, to teach these young brothers something very important. I let us see it. Let me play it. Oh, wait, hold up. It's on mute. Very necessary.
They're taking away your history, me. Oh, yeah?
I go. Y'all good? Y'all caught up? Read what you got in your paper.
Black American.
Good. 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 Would you write something? Like you're saying something important. Because it is. Yes, you do. Heritage. You just said it.
Heritage flag.
Melvin Charles. 67.
Bro.
In 1967. All right. So the Black American Heritage Flag was created by Melvin Charles and Gleason T. Jackson in 1967.
Now that's what I'm talking about. That's how you include. That's these new teachers. Shout out to this brother, because some of these new teachers, I have reacted to it. Matter of fact, I think I had a video on here. Is it on my Patreon? It's on my Patreon. That's why you need to subscribe to my Patreon for exclusive content. But I got a video on Patreon talking about how the standard for teaching is in hell. The bar is officially in hell. There is no damn standard for these teachers. That they're letting anybody teach our damn kids at these public schools. It's absolutely crazy, like for real. And especially with these younger ones, it's a very dangerous game that they're playing. Not only from a predatory standpoint, like, you know, it could be some egregious things. I talk about that in that video. Some egregious agendas behind what they're doing, but also just from a educational standpoint. Like, some of these young people don't know the history. Some of these young people don't know specifically the history that needs to be taught to these young children at their age. Okay, so that way when they do become of the age of their teacher, that's like 21, 25, they already know it. Okay. So yeah, stuff like this. And this brother don't seem like he's that much older. I can't really tell. He might be like, I'm thinking no more than like 35ish, but I love to see stuff like this. Okay, especially because he's doing this with the intention of trying to teach these young boys knowledge of self. This is not during a school day. As you can see, there's nobody else in class. And matter of fact, this is, I think in the caption it says, teaching our youth about our flag in an after-school program. So he's taking his time to not only teach these young children, but also take the extra step to teach them about themselves outside of school hours. I love to see it. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, we shout out to the brothers and sisters, the teachers that's actually out here trying to make it an impactful or be impactful towards these young children and make sure they learn some, and not only about the world, but about themselves. Okay. And our lineage specifically. So shout out to that's a bless. I don't think I ever seen the Black American Heritage flag in the classroom, like ever. I don't think I've ever seen that, ever. And I went to school with majority foundational Black Americans in every school I went to. It was a lot of immigrants. Okay. It was white people. And maybe maybe immigrants as far as some Latinos in like high school. But as far as like black immigrants, there wasn't a whole lot of them, you know what I'm saying, that I grew up with. And I've never seen the Black American Heritage flag in school, so it's a blessing to see that he has that hanging up nice and big for these young brothers to see, and he's teaching them that. And he got the whole, you know, that's what I'm saying, the little trend thing. These young teachers want to get into the trends and do weird, they make it kind of weird. I don't know, some of the trends and some of the ways that they try to relate to some of the younger children, these young children, is a little weird. It's like borderline, okay, we riding the fence of predatory. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put it on you because that's something hard to get off somebody's jacket. But it's a weird thing that you're doing here. Okay, it's not hard to inch you to group you in with that when you're doing egregious things, or inappropriate things in front of children. So this right here is what you do. The little 6'7" thing. Oh yeah, 6'7", 1967. That's how you get them to remember the date. I love to see it. Shout out to that brother. I just thought that was so beautiful. I seen that. It popped in my timeline randomly. That's just a beautiful thing to see. Now, in local news, right quick, I gotta give my what you call it, a good shout out to, what's her name? Taraji P. Henson, because she out here putting in some work. Hold on. Let me see. She out here trying to do some good. So let me see what she's talking about. Hold on, let me start this over.
Hey guys, we are at the National Harbor where a big announcement was just made. Prince George's County is investing $30 million into a new community center in Temple Hills to help with mental health.
I never wanted to just go away and make it. I always wanted to be hope. I always wanted to come back and pour into the community that poured into me.
This all happened as Council Chair Edward Burrows teamed up with Taraji P. Henson and her Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation in honor of her father. They just ended the weekend with this brunch after talking about mental health and having different multicultural wellness activities for families to be a part of. Several celebrities in the room to also support this move being made. I spoke with Taraji one-on-one, and she talks about the importance of doing something like this and why we need to listen to those who are struggling.
It's important that we hear them because we're losing them in big numbers. So we better start listening.
Yeah, I love to see it. Shout out to the sister, Taraji, for doing that, for making this happen. That's a beautiful thing. You know, she's from DC, and it's supposed to be what she's doing is supposed to be for PG County. That's in Temple Hills. That's PG County, but it's right beside DC. That's DMV. Okay, PG County is still DMV. So the fact that she's doing that so close to home, shout out to the sister. That's a blessing, and even near DC, because out here there is a lot of people struggling from mental health issues. You know, I got family members myself. One of my older brothers, unfortunately, suffers from that as well. You know, that in amongst other things. Let me say that. And he's been in and out of DC programs for years now, actually, since I've been up here, and even before I got up here. He's been in and out of DC programs, North Carolina programs, where he lived down there with us. it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like the mental health system that we have is very much flawed, just like every other damn system, because the whole system is flawed. So yeah, just to see her trying to do something on a grassroots level specifically for mental health people, Foundation of Black Americans, or Black people with mental health issues, that's a beautiful thing to see. Shout out to Taraji. I don't know if she has any close family members that's like that. But I'm definitely grateful for that. I don't know, maybe my brother can benefit from this community center, hopefully, you know. But yeah, it's definitely egregious. The stuff that there's they have a lot of programs, state programs, a lot of not DC, but Maryland, and DC and Maryland, federal programs for people with mental health issues. But yeah, it's a lot, you know, it's a lot. My brother made it out the system, and you know, I'm gonna say ain't much changed. Okay, ain't much changed in a positive way. Let me say that, unfortunately. So yeah, shout out to the sister. That's just a good thing to hear. You know, we got to shout out to Rodney for that, because she on call. She out here trying to put in some work. We let her see it. Shout out to the sister. Okay. Now let's get into it, because egregious, outrageous, everything in between. We definitely got to get into this right quick. Oh, you know what? I was about to get into the National Guard, but should I react? Should I react? I was low-key thinking about, I seen a clip of Steven Crowder. Now, Steven Crowder, I've actually heard of him before. I think I've seen some of his earlier debates, like from like a few, when he first kind of got popular. It was like a lot of that conservative. He used to go against a lot of LGBT, you know, making conservative talking points, you know, stuff like that. He's basically like Charlie Kirk. He's a Charlie Kirk. I don't want to say copycat, because they really was doing the same thing at the same time, but it's same. Excuse me, same type, like same archetype. Okay, same character. Let me say that. So now that Charlie Kirk is out the way, I really ain't been hearing much from Steven Crowder in a minute. Like I said, I remember his debates used to go viral like a couple years ago, but I ain't really heard nothing from him. Now he's coming right back around. It seems like, you know what? Let me pull this damn clip up. Actually, let me just pull this little clip up. It's all right. You know what? Because I was going to react to it, but you know what? Nah, actually, I'm not. You know, I'm gonna talk about it right now. Actually, I was going to try. I was thinking about making it a video, but you know, I'm just going to react to it right now, because I really just want to make this point about it. It's not. He's making the same white supremacist talking points, so similar white supremacist talking points. YT TikTok, my bad. Supremacist talking points that Charlie used to make, pretty much. So I mean, again, it's not really nothing new. But I just find it interesting that he just so happens to pop back on my damn timeline just as soon as Charlie ass get gone. I'm like, oh, so you trying to take his spot, huh? You trying to go viral, trying to become the new white tees, these young white tees, little new leader. Because their last one just became a martyr. So I guess he's trying to take his place type shit. And he's even going a step further, because his entitled ass then walked up into a black barbershop and decided to argue with a bunch of black men. Okay. Let me just play this little clip right here. I actually seen a couple clips of this, but this popped up on my timeline right before I got up on here. And I was like, you know what? Should I talk about this? And now I'm deciding to. So yeah, let me play this clip right quick. You have
young white people who are getting more and more mad. I'm just telling you the truth.
What they mad?
And they have the guns. They're mad because this thing. Here's why. They go, look, I'm 12 times more likely to be killed by a black person than you are a white person. And you go, well, that doesn't count. They go, look, my dad's business got burned down.
Yeah.
My city got burned down. I've been accused of being a racist, even though I'm not. And I'm looking at this right now, and I'm not allowed to have an opinion. And I can't go into certain neighborhoods because I get my ass kicked. And then you just say, yeah, but you've had systemic power. That is a surefire way to breed racism.
Do you see how this is the white tea supremacist logic? This is, I mean, their 1 + 1 is going to equal 5 every goddamn. This is the logic of the YT supremacists. And this is why I'm like, I don't even think I'm glad I'm doing this right now, because I don't want to give this man any more clout or attention that he's already begging for. He's clearly begging for from black people, which is why he took his white supremacist ass over to a room full of black people to spread these lies. Straight up. Oh yeah, I'm more likely to go into a neighborhood and get beat up than you are, but I have systemic power, so it doesn't count. What are you talking about, sir? What neighborhoods are white YT people walking in that black people just pouncing on them? Where is that Where is that happening? It's not happening. Number two, even if that were happening, white people are not just walking into black neighborhoods. Y'all are not just walking into our spaces just unless y'all are gentrifying it, which is taking over. That's what y'all do, that colonial mindset, colonizer mindset y'all got. Yeah, that's what you'll do. You come in and take over, sure. But y'all not just walking in like, hey, Negroes, what y'all got doing? What y'all got going on this week? What's happening? That's not what's going on. What the hell are you talking? Like, he's like literally, he's saying this in a room full of black men, telling them why. He's basically explaining to them why he's justified in being a racist. This is insane logic. These people are crazy. Oh yeah, I'm 12 times more likely to be killed be unalived. My bad. Damn TikTok damn sounds. My bad. I'm 12 times more likely to be unalived by a black man. The lies. The most people that unalive white people are other white people. It's called proximity. These are things, and this is why I don't want to give him. I didn't even want to do a video on it because these people know what they're doing. Just like Charlie Kirk, they know the lies that they're telling. They understand the lack of context that they're not using so they can push these bullshit ass lies. They know. So it's like I could get up here and stop every 30 seconds. Who? That's a lie. Who? That's a lie. But they know. All I'm doing is just giving the man something like, y'all, black people, please. Please. Black conservatives, Jesus, because y'all really the ones that's giving these things out. Thanks for the gifts. I appreciate that. Some way. But the black conservatives, moreover, stop giving these people a platform. It's going to end the same way every time. They're disingenuous as hell. These people know. The white supremacists are so sneaky, they're snake in the grass, babe. They know exactly what the fuck they doing. So when they come up here and they come, well, I can't be racist. I'm going into a room full of black men and I'm just speaking my opinion. Yeah, but you're going in trying to validate white supremacist talking points. And sadly, I didn't see the whole clip. Hopefully it was some Negroes in there. I hope some of the brothers in there were standing 10 toes and actually rebuttaling and debunking some of them lies. I would hope. Because I know they like to come in with these fake ass, these cherry-picked statistics and say, oh yeah, well look at this. And the FBI said, oh, well look at this incident. They love to do that and try to trip you up. So I would hope that one of them brothers was on point, but I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm not going to waste my goddamn time to go look. Please don't go watch this video, y'all. Don't go watch the video. It's just rage bait. Don't go watch it. But I wouldn't be surprised if he set it up so that he goes into a room just like Charlie Kirk did, and he's the only one in there with some sort of resources or references to go back to prove his point. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised because that is what their cowardly asses do. They're not going to get up on, they're not going to go and debate somebody who's prepared because they know they would lose, because they know they're lying. They know they're cherry picking truth. However you want to put it, you have truths, cherry picking truths, not telling half lies. They're not telling truths. They're not telling whole truths. That's for sure. Charlie Kirk did the same thing, and it's a lot of the white conservatives on the right that do they all have the same tactics. So yeah, I just want to get up here and say, don't let this nigga be the next. Don't let his ass get up here and think he's the next big thing. He's not. He's not. I don't even want it to be another Charlie Kirk. Let him be the last one. They said that's the martyr. Well, let him be the martyr that never came back. We're not about to get up here. We don't have to keep going back and forth with these people. They're time wasting. That's all they're doing. They're causing chaos and confusion and wasting our goddamn time because we're not getting anywhere. And guess what? They're still going to feel the same way. You could literally show them documents with people they want to get verified. You show them FBI documents disproving everything they're saying, and they're still going to say, well, what about there's always going to be a moving of the goalposts. That's the point. So don't waste your time, man. These people wasting your damn time. These people do not give a damn. They don't care about you thinking they not racist, all racist. They don't care about you trying to change your perspective. They don't care about you. Bruh, they don't care about you, period. All they care about is getting you to believe their white supremacist logic, okay? To benefit themselves. So please, Stephen Crowder, get your bum ass on somewhere. I'm not doing it. Please don't let this be the next white boy that's popping up on my timeline where it's a bunch of people reacting to it. Let's not even do it. How about we just not give him the clout So he can't get up there to rage bait. So he can't get up there to just lie in front of a bunch of black people. Or a bunch of liberals and college students that's clearly ready and willing to be influenced, okay, and ill prepared to argue back. So please, let's not give another person. Let's not. They already got. I think they got some Negroes from is it Turning Point or is it Blexit? I feel like it's one of these conservative organizations that got black people going around to HBCU now. These conservatives. They got black conservatives going around to HBCU now. I guess because they like, oh, well, I guess we got to do the work now. You know, CK is gone, so they're trying to do the work for their fellow for their martyr. So yeah, now they're doing like a tour to different HBCUs. I'm not feeling that either. Even though it's not like I want these college students to be Democrats or to be liberals, because a lot of these schools are more Democratic left-leaning, should I say, or liberal, promote liberalism. But also I'm not trying to get them into no trick bag to be conservatives. I'm not. It's two sides of the same coin. So no, I'm not, just like I'm not with them being liberal. I'm not with them just being influenced to come on over to the right. Because they came over here with some cherry pick truths and tricked some people into getting onto that side, into their ideology. I'm good on that. So now, yeah, just be careful. Because they are continuously trying. You see how they propping up Candace Owens as they trying to act like she the best journalist since best thing since sliced bread. She's this ultimate journalist. So she's the only one trying to cover CK. And I get it, because clearly there's a conspiracy going on with CK. Not my problem, not my problem to figure out. I could care less. But yeah, they are trying to prop her up like she's doing something so grandiose. Because she's trying to expose what happened to their martyr. CK, and I'm not even fucking with that. So yeah, but yeah, just be careful, because I can definitely see the turning of the tides. I see what they're doing. Now we got to get into this too, because why does my screen be doing this? What do I be doing? Zooming out or something? What is this? Hold up. Why do my thing get so little, bruh? Oh, there we go. I'm like, what the heck? What is going on? Why does it do that? There I go. So yeah, the National Guard is now in Memphis. Y'all know the National Guard was just here in DC. I think some of them are still here, actually. But they was out here in DC for a few weeks. They went to Chicago. I think they still in Chicago actually as well. And now they're in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's see. National Guard troops were patrolling in Tennessee's second largest city for the first, what time is it? 22. Okay. National Guard troops were patrolling in Tennessee's second largest city for the first time Friday without legal challenges, protests, or vigorous public criticism that ultimately led to the court-ordered halt of soldiers in the Chicago area. Oh, it did. Oh yeah, I did just hear about that, because the mayor not rocking with it. Okay, got you. At least 9 armed guard members began their patrol at the Bass Pro Shops located at the Pyramid and an iconic landmark in Memphis and nearby tourist welcome center along the Mississippi River. Wearing guard fatigues and protective vests labeled military police, they were being escorted by a local police officer and posed for photos with visitors. It was unclear how many guard members were on the ground or were expected to arrive later. Mayor Paul Young, a Democrat, said he never requested the guard come to Memphis, but after President Trump made the September 15th announcement and Republican Governor Bill Lee agreed. I'm like, who was the governor that agreed to that, actually? Because I forgot about Chicago. And others said they wanted the task force to focus on targeting violent offenders rather than use their presence to scare, harass, or intimidate the general public. Police Chief Serlin Davis, CJ Davis, said Wednesday she hopped out. She hoped guard personnel would help direct traffic and have presence in retail corridors, but not to be used to operate checkpoints or anything similar. Let me see. Lee previously said troops would not make arrests and would not be armed unless local law enforcement officials requested. For years, Memphis, whose population exceeds 600,000, has dealt with a high violent crime, including assaults, carjackings, and homicides. While this year's statistics show improvement in several categories, including murders, many acknowledge that violence remains a problem. Now, see, here's the interesting thing, and this is why they say he's targeting black cities, because this is the third time. This is like the third incident that's happened. Am I getting hot? I'm never getting hot. I feel like these getting a little foggy. I am getting kind of hot. I just had to take off my cover. But even in DC, the crime rate has been going down for like at least 3-4 years now. I think they said it was the low. It had reached a record low last year or the year before. So these are the same sentiments we're hearing. It's like, why y'all bringing them in? Like, you're a day late and $1 short. You're bringing them to the wrong areas, you know. And as far as ICE to get the immigrants out, they come into black areas. That's one thing. But if you're talking about coming in and cracking down on crime, and the crime is actually already being cracked down on, it's like, what are you coming here for? What's the real intention? So yeah, that's weird. Then in several categories, crime has been going down, and we've been seeing improvements in several categories, but now is the time. It's like it's adamant for the fucking National Guard to be out there. It's weird. Like that looks like it's alternative motives. Federal officials say hundreds of arrests and more than 2,800 traffic citations have been made. 2,800 traffic citations? Oh, they on bullshit. 2,800. You done gave out 2,800 tickets, nigga. That's crazy. That's a money grab. That's insane. Made since the task force began operating in Memphis on September 29th. Arrest. You know what? I need to see how many they made. How many they got out here in DC, because I'm sure they would be flying in DC. Tickets would go crazy in DC and in Maryland. So I'm sure if they pulling people like that out there, they was probably pulling us like a mother. In which, honestly, now that I think about it, yeah, they kind of were. Because honestly, every time I go home and somebody pulled over, the last month or so, every time I go home from work, somebody is pulled the hell over. So yeah, they definitely be doing that. And matter of fact, I actually know somebody. I know 2 people actually. Yeah, I know 2 people specifically who's been pulled over for bullshit from the National Guard. Not the National Guard, but like military, not necessarily the police, like local police. Let me see. Well, local police was with them, but they was with federal agents as well. Let me see. Arrest categories include active warrants, drugs, firearms, and sex offenses. According to the U.S. Marshal Service, 4 arrests have been made on homicide charges. The Marshals Service said some residents said the Guard is not what Memphis needs. Yeah, some people feel like that, and some people don't. We about to get into it. Some people feel like this is the one, not the two. This is the way to go. Okay, I mean, you know what? We kind of had
crazy that
a split, not a split, but we had some differences in opinion when it came to the National Guard coming out here in DC too. But listen to this young lady right here. I think she kind of sums up how some people feel out there.
Business, but I find it crazy that ever since Trump been sending out the National Guard to certain cities like DC, Memphis, the people that actually live there, the law-abiding citizens, have no issues with Trump bringing these folks in because they know that their own community is dying because they keep killing each other. Like, why is it that this white man, Trump, has to send people in to teach you niggas how to act in your own neighborhoods? Like, YNs gotta wake up and realize, bro, like, y'all are causing some of the most destruction we've ever seen, bro. This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her keep going, but this is more of like the conservative side, all right? How some of the FBAs feel, more the conservative side, because like I said, some of these sentiments I've heard when they was coming to DC. Some people I've heard some local, some people I follow, that's DC natives felt similarly to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, y'all like that don't make no damn sense that it took for white zaddy to come out here for y'all to get y'all shit in order. And to a degree, I can understand. But I don't think that's the case. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let her finish, but I got some pushback for that. Let me see. Let me let her finish.
This generation, the way that we have no regard for each other's lives is disgusting, bro. And it's like, to watch it all go away as soon as a white man give an order, that's actually sickening. Because it just shows that you don't know how to act unless a white man got his thumb in the back of your neck telling you what to do in your own community. But you can't self-govern yourself and be a law, I won't even say law-abiding. I'll just say motherfucking an upstanding citizen to where you're not out here taking out your own fucking people.
Now, see, this is why I'm like, I can kind of agree to a degree. I can agree to an extent. Let me say that. Because there should be, there is a standard within our culture. Okay. The degenerates, who do choose to participate in such things like unaliving other FBAs and, stealing and, scamming and, just doing harmful things to the community. Okay. Either without reason or with a reason just to cause chaos. We do chastise them. We do, we do hold them accountable. We are. And that's why I'm like, to that degree, I can understand why she has some of these sentiments. Okay. What did Dr. Umar said that one time? Some of these niggas gotta sleep for good. They gotta go to sleep for good. I get it. Side effects of white supremacy. I get it. However, I do think there has to be nuance within this, because although, and DC was going through a similar thing, that's what I'm saying. Although, there are, when the National Guard was out here in DC, brothers was, the YNs, whoever, the people that was causing chaos, seem to have, scattered or gone away or gotten in order. Really what it is that people are moving smarter. Do you understand? Like, my thing is, the National Guard going out there is a band-aid to the real problem, okay? And we can't act like the people who are out here unaliving or robbing or stealing, like, most of the time when people are put in these egregious predicaments, they're only doing so because they're put in these egregious predicaments. So when you bring the National Guard out, of course I'm gonna get low. Of course I'm not gonna rob a nigga if the fucking U.S. military is 2 blocks away. Who the fuck is out? Who's stupid enough to do some dumb shit like duh? It's not that deep to be catching federal charges. Like, nigga, let me just wait and wait. Let me wait till the block is not hot and then pop back out. So it's a band-aid. It's like you're putting a band-aid on a gash. Like, it's not. You're still going to bleed out. It's only going to stop it for so long, because after a while the band-aid is going to tear. It's going to break. It's not strong enough. So the National Guard coming in, yeah, it may help on a surface level for some. Even some of these immigrants, they got to go. Nah, they're illegals. Whether you degenerate or not, you got to get the buck. You got to go. But so in that sense, yeah, and even some of these degenerates within our own communities, yeah. So, they got to go to sleep for good. But also, we can't ignore the context in which most of us are living under. Most of the young brothers who are out here stealing or robbing cars or they're lacking resources. Look at where they're living. Look at the systematic things that are put up against them. What are we talking about? Brothers need guidance. Brothers need resources. Brothers need access to education, to actual jobs, to not be discriminated. People love to say, just go get a job. Why you out here stealing and robbing? Go get a job. Well, if these fucking jobs ain't hiring them because their name is Hakeem, and they're immediately throwing away their goddamn application, it's hard to do so. If they're trying to start a business, just go start a business. Well, if they try to start a business and try to get a business loan and got denied, do you understand where I'm going with this? This is a systematic problem. So to just put a band-aid on it to say, well, here goes let me get some white men out there with some guns to get them niggas in order, nigga, that's not going to fix the actual problem. Because the environment that caused those problems is still there. They're still dealing with these same fucking problems from their environment. You have to change the environment. You got to change the system. Not just bring some guns on some young boys and say, oh yeah, ain't a problem, send them to jail. I mean, I'm just saying, and then even the logic within that, look, they already did that, y'all. Did we forget about the war on drugs? You know how many of our fathers got locked the fuck up for having this much of damn crack? And a white boy's parents might have had 7 pounds of cocaine? What are we talking about? Language getting too strong for TikTok. We got to get on, y'all got to come over to YouTube. Language getting too strong. I'm getting tired of censoring. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for the likes and the gifts. Y'all coming over to YouTube, though. The link is in the bio. Link is in the bio. Come on. Did y'all forget about the war on drugs, man? So I'm like, it's a band-aid to a bigger issue. It's a bigger issue at hand here. It's not just brothers out here just being degenerate just cause. Most of the brothers out there doing that are not doing it just cause. What are we talking about? It's too many brothers that after they graduate, they're just let loose, not only from a system, but from their families. They're just expected to have their shit. They're just expected to. They're thrown out into the wolves. You a man now. Get it together. So we have to give grace, and we have to understand what the predicaments of a lot of these young people that's going through this. You know what I'm saying? That illegals, like, I'm worried about FBAs. Illegals, y'all figure y'all shit out at home, okay? Your parents put you in these circumstances. Take your asses back home. But our people, foundational Black Americans, like, man, we got to understand that this is a systematic issue. This is not just to throw them in jail and they gonna be all right. Some brothers, yeah, they might go to jail, come back out, but that's not the case for enough, okay? And that's done on purpose. So I just don't like seeing sentiments like that, because I think you're missing too much of the context. It's like, oh yeah, you niggas just need to get it together. Y'all, it's like, you know, and you're kind of misrepresenting most of the citizens out there. You know what I'm saying? Just to say that, oh yeah, it took for a while for a white man to come out here and just to get y'all in order. And it's like, no, that's not it. And don't say it like that, like this white man ain't got a gun pointed at your ass. Don't make it seem like white zaddy just got so much power over FBAs that we just out here like, oh yeah, here we come. Let's get it on, y'all. No, this motherfucker is coming with AK-47s. Yeah, I'm going, yeah, let me get low. Let me get to the crib, because this motherfucker's outside with a goddamn, you know, come on. What are we talking about? All I got is a little Glock with a switch on it. Man, come on, I'm not saying that they are. I'm not saying whatever fucking gun they got that's bigger than mine. So please, this is, you know, let's not, you know. Let me get to this other sister who talks about it too, though. Hold up. Another perspective from a sister in Memphis.
3 separate videos of women in Memphis thanking Donald Trump for the work he's doing here by sending the National Guard here, saying shit like, oh my God, the neighborhood is so safe now. My kids are able to play outside. I haven't heard a gunshot in weeks. Thank you, Donald Trump, for sending the National Guard here and for protecting our city. You really are making America great again. You a dumb bitch, because it sounds like you live in a neighborhood that's not so good. In that same neighborhood that you congratulating him on your kids being allowed to play outside in, he's about to push your black ass out of it. He's about to go and gentrify the whole area. Why do you think he's trying to get rid of criminals, of black people, of bad seeds, so he can get the lower class people out of the lower class neighborhoods that they pushed our asses into? You get what I'm saying? To take it from us and build higher class neighborhoods and make this city into a tourist city. It's all a money scheme, and y'all dumbasses are not upset about this shit. Let's just be real, bro. Memphis is an impoverished city. Most of our citizens are a part of the lower class. You bitch, that mean your grandma, your auntie, your cousin that's poor, that's on EBT, that's getting Social Security, she gonna get pushed out of her house because they finna tear all that shit down, gentrify it, and turn this shit into, y'all not hearing me, bro. And y'all thanking this man, and them the only videos that's going viral. The people of Memphis that are outraged are not getting heard. My video's not going past 1,000. Period. I'm like, why are y'all not upset? It's confusing me. Then they got border patrol here in a city that ain't nowhere near the border. We're in Tennessee. Hello. Like, it's the obvious race game. It's the obvious money game. It's the obvious class game, bro. Trump is making the rich richer. He pushing y'all out of y'all houses into jail to make him more money. They finna rebuild the jail and make it a bigger facility. They at cahoots right now talking about that in Memphis, trying to make 201 bigger. Or saying if they just gonna move it to put y'all black asses in the jails instead of in y'all homes so he can take over these neighborhoods. Y'all still ain't seeing it. And y'all got the nerve to get on here and thank that man?
Sister making a good point. The sister is making a great point. She's making a great point. And just to add on to her point, y'all know we just covered not too long ago the data center that's out in Memphis that was affecting a black town. Elon Musk's data center for AI. It was heavily affecting a black town to the point where the brothers and sisters out there were having respiratory issues. It was a whole I think it's a whole documentary on it, actually on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. Not specifically on the brothers and sisters, not the town, but on his data center. And the effects of data centers. Y'all, this ain't no damn coincidence. That's why I'm like, for the data center to be happening, for the crime to actually be going down, but then for him to be sending the troops out there, it's like interesting timing. And then even the sister, I didn't even know about that. Them thinking about expanding a jail. I'm like, oh, that sounds okay. I'm just saying, I mean, it makes sense. The sister sound like she on the right path because DC ain't too much farther from the same reality. All right. DC used to be Chocolate City. This motherfucker, DC is gentrified as hell now. I'm talking about certain parts of DC where you would never see a white person. You just see them jogging with a flag on them, a little rainbow flag jogging, a little rainbow hat on, jogging through the hood, jogging right down the street to their house. But they had 2 rainbow flags up in front of their goddamn house. I mean, so that's what I'm like, this is not something that's far-fetched. It's already really happening. It's already actively happening, already happened. So I'm like, the brothers and sisters out there in Memphis, Tennessee, that's egregious. And especially because the poverty out there is so heavy. I'm like, that, why is that not the focus? Y'all focused on data centers and jails and bringing the National Guard out there, but y'all not focused on how to get them people more money out there, how to fix the economy. Why is there so many poor people, moreover poor black people in that area? Why is that not the main concern? Because they understand that is the main solution. If you can fix that, i.e. reparations, if you can repair that, the economic castration our people have been put through for 400 years, you fix that, you fix a multitude of problems. A multitude, just by that. Just by fixing that economic route, that is going to be a domino effect to the rest of the problems. They know that. That's why they're doing everything but focusing on the actual problem. Band-aids is bullshit. These are bullshit band-aids. And it's not even really a band-aid. Honestly, it's just something to make it look like it's helping, but it's not. It's really just to add to their agenda. Shout out to the sister. She's on point. Let me just see if she makes any other point before she get off. She got a minute left.
All right, we're going to see. Y'all need to start documenting everything and educating yourselves. That's the only way we can keep what we have built. They have always pushed us into these hood neighborhoods and then forced us to leave. As if we chose to be here in the first fucking place.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Orange Mound was supposed to be a thriving black community. We were supposed to have our own businesses, our own tax, and look at what it looked like now. They took away funding for businesses. They took away this. They took away that. Educate yourself. Document everything so they can't take shit from you. That's the solution. Not thanking this man for the bullshit that he doing. It's not okay, bro. If you're not rich, this shit is not helping you.
Shout out to the sister. Shout out to that sister, because that's what I'm talking about. She on code. That's what I'm talking about. You got to worry about the bigger issue here, the bigger thing at play here, baby. You could sit up here and say, oh, what a kid. I see people in the comments. I think it was either a comment or a TikTok, somewhere viral or whatever. What the sister was, I seen what she was talking about, but she was saying that, yeah, the kids are playing outside. Yeah, they're playing. It's like, you got to see the bigger play here, babe. It's a bigger play here. There's a bigger play is all I'm saying. So shout out to the sister because she's on point. All right. We're not talking about the illegal. The illegals is one thing. Don't try to conflate the two, because you know niggas will get up here and be like, oh, well, see, this is why I told y'all that ICE is not. No, I don't give a damn about ICE getting these illegals fuck about it. Let's not conflate the issues. Okay. The fact that they got border troll out there, if they not near the border, is kind of crazy. But if they got immigrants out there, if they got illegals in Memphis, round them up, nigga. They got to go. Yeah, that's a different issue. But if we're talking about them directly interacting with Black Americans or harassing Black Americans or, harassing the citizens out there, the Black citizens out there, absolutely the fuck not. Then now we got an issue in our hands. That's something FBA we pay attention to. Them rounding up them damn illegals, that ain't our problem. But that's our concern. You know what I'm saying? That's something we definitely need to be focused on. Now, here's another thing too. I seen this interesting. This is pretty interesting, especially because of the mention of Elon Musk. Look at this right here. This is kind of crazy. Now, I told y'all Elon got that damn data center out there in Memphis. Look at this right here. Hold up. Let me make sure something. Look at this right here. 1 second. It says Mar. You don't have a right to. You just put a fucking camera on my house. Get it the fuck off now.
Yeah, it's not on your house.
Yes,
it
the
is on
fuck it
public
is.
property.
You have no fucking right to do that.
Calm down.
Who the fuck is Mar Traffic?
Look
You're
it
not
up.
with the city, the state,
Yes,
or
I am.
anything.
Yes, I
Who
am.
are you with?
You're about to be famous.
You gonna be famous.
Okay, keep it
Identify
up.
yourself.
I don't have to
Identify your mother. You asked me for that sister TikTok. Hold up. Let me see. What's her TikTok? I'm about to send that. TF off. Hold up. Is this her TikTok? This ain't her damn TikTok. This is somebody that reposted her video. This is not her TikTok. Hold up. Is this her TikTok? Oh, this is her TikTok. I'm about to say this ain't hers. She got Cardi B as her damn Bossy Tay and Mighty Drama. Yeah, she got Cardi B as her thing though, which is egregious. That's outrageous, everything between as her profile picture, but that's her link in the chat. I sent it in the chat. But it's TF the fuck off my page for it week. It's TF off my page for it week. That's what the what you call it is. The thing is. I mean her ad is. Fucking self. You're parked on my fucking sidewalk. You take that shit down or I'm gonna motherfucking take it down. I don't give a fuck. You didn't know who authorized you to fucking do it. You have to give people notice. Who authorized you to do it? Who do you work for? Who the fuck do you work for? Excuse me, who do you work for? If this is your company, that's not the city, the state, or the fucking. Yeah, what the fuck? Are you with Elon Musk? Who the fuck are you with? You get that shit down. You have a right to fucking gather data without telling people why you're gathering data. So you get this shit.
How about you call the police if you think I'm doing?
I don't have to call the police. Motherfucker, I pay taxes. Who do you work for? Who the fuck do you work for? Who do you work for? Motherfucker, I pay taxes. She got to be FBI. She cursed like she NBA for sure. Let me pull this up right quick. Hold up. Let me see. Don't want to play any more of this video because I googled what that what you call. Let me read her caption too. Hold up. Let's see. Urgent call to action. We need your help to spread the word about a serious situation unfolding in Memphis. Elon Musk is whatever. Mar Traffic is reportedly being used to surveil P. Moses, a dedicated Black human rights advocate in our community. This isn't just about privacy; it's about our rights and safety. The National Guard's presence in Memphis is raising alarms. And many believe it's a prelude to martial law. Cameras are being installed outside P. Mouse's home in an attempt to intimidate and control her efforts to protect our neighborhood. She has successfully blocked the installation of blue lights that the community doesn't want. And now they're resorting to surveillance tactics. The action was taken without the consent of the city, state, or any governing body. We cannot stand by and let this happen. Please share this message widely. We must ensure that the world knows what's happening and what P. Moses is safe. And that P. Moses is safe. So apparently she's an activist, P. Moses. Protect P. Let me just fast forward through this a little bit to see if why did you put this here? Tell Elon Musk to go to fucking hell. You're not gonna look at this bitch. You're not gonna motherfucking put shit. You're not supposed to be you have no right to park on the goddamn sidewalk and do this. You are not with the city, the state. You are with Elon Musk. Who the fuck are you with? Yeah, that's right. Get the fuck up out of here. That shit'll be gone in the morning, motherfucker. She got him up out of there. That shit. That fucking cameras on my goddamn house. Get that shit off my house.
Is this what you got to do with your life at your age?
Whatever. Like I said, you gonna get the fuck up out of here. The fact that he's sitting there recording her too is absolutely crazy. What the hell? That's absolutely insane. Let me pull this up right quick though, because I did Google that. What you call it? That company. She said it's Elon Musk. Company. Hold up. This is what popped up when I looked it up. This is the website that popped up. Official website that popped up. Mar Traffic Data Collection. Mar Traffic is a privately owned traffic data collection firm. Our leadership team has more than 75 years of traffic data collection and project management combined experience, and has completed countless data collection projects around the world. So yes, these are the CEOs, all white men. I don't see Elon Musk up here, or his name. Doesn't mean he doesn't fund it. Okay. Doesn't mean he's not connected to it some way, shape, form, or how. But it is a privately owned traffic. It is a data center. A data collection firm. So yeah, definitely something weird to look out for. I don't know. Again, I never heard of that sister before, but apparently she's an activist. So let me fix this again. So possibly this could be, and she is fighting against what Elon Musk is trying to do. So this could be an attack on her. It's just something I found interesting. Like, I never heard of that company before. And just with all the, a lot of these new movies, just let me put the conspiracy bonnet on. I don't know why the stuff just popped in my head. A lot of the recent movies I've been watching, the recent movie I've been seeing has a lot of the villains, a lot of connections to privately owned tech companies being the villains of the story, being the ones that's like that's partnering with the government to destroy the people. That's a lot. That's a theme in a lot of the new movies coming out. I'm just saying. Now, I know Elon Musk and Trump fake beefing and shit like that, but I'm just saying it's something to look out for. That's egregious, outrageous, and everything between. I've never heard of that company before. But it's interesting that she said it's connected to Elon. I can't. Again, I'm not about to. I'm gonna say allegedly because I can't prove that outside of what she said. But yeah, something to look out for sure. I didn't know they was out, and then for them to be doing that in the middle of the night. Why the hell y'all putting cameras up in the middle of the night? Yeah, that just looks hella weird. What are you doing? And you sitting there recording the lady, like, why not just go ahead about your business? Why are you sitting there so adamant about staying and trying to get your job done? Do you get paid enough for all that shit? I doubt it. But I digress. It's just something to look out for sure. That's egregious. Now, let me get into this because this is damn. I had a feeling this was going to happen, but damn, that's kind of crazy. The timing went like this. Anyways, let me get into it. I got to talk about this though. I just this story has been going around. It's been going viral. Very egregious. I'm gonna tell you right now. This story is very triggering.
Did I hear about the?
If you have children in a room with you, definitely get them out right the fuck now. Right the heck now. Sorry. But also, if you have children, just be mindful. If you know about Amari, what's her last name? Amari Keenabrew. Her mother's last name is Keenabrew, so I'm assuming that's her last name. It may not be, but I'm not sure if you've heard about this story before. But it's a young 4-year-old who had some very egregious things happen to her from some other children. Just give you a little pre-context, just in case you don't like stuff like this, especially on the playback. Just fast forward if you already know what's happened. Fast forward to me getting to the commentary. But yeah, very egregious. Just give you a heads up.
Kids aged 8 through 10 that raped and beat a 5-year-old unconscious, stripped her naked and left her in a field thinking that they unalived her. Yes, and the 5-year-old girl's mom is Antavia Kennebrew. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. And yes, y'all heard it right. Kids aged 8 through 10 did this to a 5-year-old. This happened in Cleveland, and this was very recent. The mom says she did not want to post about her daughter's struggles because she did not want her daughter to grow up and continuously be reminded about what she went through at 5 years old. But the mom only came up here because the police are saying that they're not going to charge any of those kids because they're too young. My thing is, ages 8 through 10, they're doing adult things. Y'all are raping people and beating them unconscious. They even went as far as ripping the girl's braids from her scalp. They thought they unalived this little girl. They should be charged as adults. I don't know where they learned that from. I don't know why they're thinking like that. These are all children. The mom is up here asking for help because she needs justice for her daughter, of course, as she should. Like I said, this happened in Cleveland. This was near East 145th Street. The mom, Antavia, left her 5-year-old daughter with a trusted family member because she had to undergo a medical procedure. Her 5-year-old managed to get out of the house. You know, sometimes children are just busybodies. She got out of the house, and some of the neighborhood kids came up to her 5-year-old and presented themselves to be friendly. They were acting like they were friendly, like, come on, let's go play. They grabbed the 5-year-old's hand and they went to a field. When they got to that field, they literally traumatized her daughter. Like I said, they ripped her braids. She had cornrows in. They ripped her braids from her scalp. They raped her and beat her and kept doing it back and forth until she was unconscious. They shoved sticks down her throat. They penetrated her, with sticks as well. One of the children in the group even went as far as biting the 5-year-old's bottom half to keep her still while the other one was graping her. One of the kids also strangled the little girl with her own shirt. One of the children urinated on the 5-year-old, then proceeded to penetrate her again. And they kept doing this until she was unconscious, like I said. Then they left her in the field and they went about their day and they went and started playing as if they didn't just do what they did. They thought this 5-year-old was unalived and they went about their day and was playing. Then the family member that the 5-year-old was left with approached the kids and asked them if they had seen her because she left out the house. They like, have you seen her? Like, have you seen this little girl? The children lied and said they did not see the little girl at all. Then a little while later, those kids came back with their parents and showed the trusted family member that the 5-year-old was left with. They showed her where the child was left in the field. When the family member got there and saw the 5-year-old, she was literally covered in debris. There was dirt and everything all over the child's private area. Like I said, she was left there naked, bleeding, eyes bloody, braids ripped out of her scalp. It was horrifying. The family member called the 5-year-old girl's mom immediately, of course, called Antavia. Antavia rushed over there and she saw her daughter as well. Those kids didn't change their mind last minute and decide to show where that 5-year-old was in that field. She would have been unalived. Oh yes, the 5-year-old is still here with us today. They took her to the hospital and she was nursed back to health. Mother has been doing everything. She contacted the mayor of Cleveland. She has not gotten a response yet. Contacted a few great advocates. And like I said, I told you the police said that they are not arresting anyone's, or it may not be an arrest at all because the kids are too young that did this to her daughter. Tavia also said that now her 5-year-old daughter is having behavioral issues. She's having suicidal thoughts and she's just not happy. She is literally traumatized, and who would not be? I would not like anybody to go through this, but she's 5 years old. I cannot believe.
Oh, it's heartbreaking, man. That's absolutely egregious. To hear some shit like that happen to anyone, but to hear it happen to a child breaks my heart. That is just insane. Egregious. Praying for that child. I pray that she gets the help she needs to get over that. Because I don't know. I mean, the some of the shit. I don't know if y'all caught everything that they did to that little girl, but that's just so wicked. Oh, it's egregious. Now, let me, before I play this interview with a mother, let me say this. A couple things, because I was going to pull up a news article. The sister did a great job articulating. That's the only reason I'm not going to pull up the news article, because there's not really a lot of news coverage on it. First of all, so I'd rather go with the black media anyways. We let us see it. But the news articles that I did find on it says exactly what the hell she just said. So I said, let me just let the sister explain it, because she did a great job articulating everything in the case that we know thus far. Now here's the thing. A couple things that I caught. One, how did the 5-year-old just get out the house? I would like to know more about the entrusted family member that this mother allowed to watch her child, because the fact that you just, they kind of just, and I did, even the articles that I read on it, they kind of allude to the same thing. It's like, yeah, she just got out. How the fuck does a 5-year-old just get out of the house? That's a little concerning for me. I'm gonna say that. That's a little concerning. Initially, that's the first thing. But like, why is a 5-year-old outside the fucking house by herself and nobody knows? Secondly, why is she out the house for more than 15 minutes and nobody knows? Why is it hours going by? Why is it, I don't know. A 5-year-old in the house with you, after 5 minutes, you should know where she's at. If you don't know where she's at, I'm outside the house. I'm running the fuck around. I'm looking for the child. Like, even if it's not my child, I'm looking for the child that I'm taking care of. That's a little concerning to see that. Two, the fact that the children, I think that she said there was the ages from 8 to 10. You have to be at least 10 to be considered to be charged with juvenile charges, if I'm not mistaken. So actually, I think she had that wrong. I think all the children, I'm gonna play a news clip where they talk about it as well and they'll clarify. But I think the oldest child is actually 9 because they can't be charged. And the fact that the police was so quick to do that, I'm gonna say that's a little concerning as well. That's a little concerning. They didn't release any information about these children. A little concerning. I'm like, are these children white? Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, why would y'all be protecting black children? They ain't sent out none of the information. They ain't said nothing about the parents. They haven't alluded to the race. So I'm like, if it was a black child, I'm pretty sure they're usually quick to say, a black child, even a Latino, it was a Latin child, they had immigrant parents, So it's like the fact that they're not even trying to be kind of specific about who these children are or their parents, they might be white. Okay. And moreover, that's not within black culture. Black people got our problems. I'm not gonna say that black children, we don't go through shit. I didn't, had a conversation about that before. We got issues. But preying on the disabled in such an egregious way like this, it's not very common in FBA community. This ain't something we do. I can't even process 3 young black American boys from ages 8 through 9. That's like my nephew. That's who I'm looking at. That's who I'm picturing with this. I can't picture my nephews or their friends doing some shit like this to a little 5-year-old girl who's disabled at that. To a 5-year-old girl, period. But a 5-year-old girl that's disabled on top of that, it's like that's hella predatory. That sounds like white culture. That sounds like white supremacist culture. So I think, I gotta say allegedly because I don't know, but it leads me to believe that these children might be white. Okay. Another thing, the children not admitting to it initially. I'm like, okay, well, of course they're not going to admit guilt. I mean, they're children. You know what I'm saying? Not of course, but that's kind of expected because they're children and they know they did something wrong. But the fact that they came back later, hours later with the parents, I'm like, why aren't and the parents were the ones that helped them find them, or they admitted the truth to their parents. I do like the fact that the parents brought them back. I'm gonna say that even if they are white or if they're black, whatever. I do like the fact that the parents actually brought them back so the child was able to be found before things got fatal. So I am glad that they brought them children back and made them tell the truth. Because they didn't even have to come back to the house. They could have just called. They could have just walked over there themselves and said, hey, or they could have just called. They could have walked to the body, walked straight to the little girl and called the police and not even said nothing to, the babysitter. And then everything would have been a domino effect after that. So I do like the fact that the parents came back. However, it does feel a little like, I don't know, something that just don't seem right. Something doesn't feel right. The fact that we're not hearing anything from the parents, and I know the police are saying they're trying to protect all identities involved because the children underage. Something's just not sitting right with me that they came back and found them. And then, I don't know. It just, the story just seems a little weird. All 3 of the children, because mind you, these aren't siblings. These are 3 separate different children. So did the parents get in contact with each other? Did they come up with a story and then go back to the lady? I don't know. When you have hours that go past and something like this, something heinous like this happens, there's a lot that can happen within those few hours. Okay. I don't know. I'm not going to put anything on the parents like they had anything to do with it, or was trying to cover for their kids and everything like that. But what I'm saying is, hours went by. That's a little suspicious. It's a little weird, especially because these children are known for terrorizing their fucking neighborhood. I'm gonna get into that too. Actually, do I have a clip? I do. I think I am going to get into that actually. But these children are known for terrorizing the other children in this neighborhood. So it's just a little weird. Like, it's a little, what's going on? What's happening? Are y'all teaching these children this thing? Are y'all trying to cover up for your own behaviors? What's going on? It just feels, it's no way these 3 children with 3 different sets of parents all came up with this shit. You know what I'm saying? All of them came up with this by themselves without any other outside influence. And it's only one bad seed. Like, there's one coming from one bad household and it's affecting others. All 3 of these little boys participated in this heinous act. They all got the nerve to do this, to participate in such an egregious thing. And for none of them to be related, it's like, why? That's just a hell of a coincidence. I don't know. It's weird. I don't believe in coincidence. That's just hella weird. So I think that needs to be looked into is all I'm saying. The parents need to be looked into. Even if the children are too young to be charged, the parents need to be investigated regardless. Period. Because this is not some shit that they just came up with off the top of their heads. But why than that? So egregious, outrageous, everything between. Let me play the clip of the mother right quick. The mother was on the news. Mind you, like I said, there's not a lot of news coverage happening on it. Anyways, there's not a lot of news coverage happening on it. There's a lot more people on the grassroots talking about it and exposing what's happening, versus the mainstream media who's actually trying to pick this story up and give it more attention, give it more the attention that it needs.
In shambles after she says she found her baby girl beaten and abused. For the first time ever, the child's mother is speaking out, and you won't believe who police say are the suspects. 19's Noelle Williams joins us now with this heartbreaking story, and we want to warn you, some of the images.
Oh, you know what I didn't do? Damn, I forgot to do this, y'all. I'm so sorry to do this in the middle of this story. But let me just play this right quick. It's going to be 30 seconds, and we're going to come right back. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So sorry I had to get that out of the way. We back to it.
Details are graphic.
I literally saw the worst thing ever. Like, I saw my daughter unrecognizable.
What happened to Antavia Kinnebrew's daughter is something most people will have a hard time understanding. She says her bubbly, sweet 5-year-old daughter was beaten and assaulted. This picture showing hair ripped out of her scalp. Police revealing startling details. The victims and suspects are under the age of 10 years old. This is shocking news to the 21-year-old mom.
I couldn't wrap my head around it.
Kinnebrew's mother held her hand as she wept. She tells me out of safety, she does not want to share her daughter's name or show her face, but she explains what happened that day. She tells me on September 13th, she had dropped her daughter off at a family member's home near East 145th Street and St. Clair Avenue. Somehow, her baby girl walked out the front door. When Kinnebrew found out, she rushed over and saw her 5-year-old being treated by EMS several blocks over.
Her hair was scalped from her head. She had bruises and blood all over her body. Her eyes was filled with blood. Her lips and mouth was filled with blood. Her nails had dirt, debris of dirt stuck in it.
19 News reached out to Cleveland police several times to try and find out if there are any charges. If so, what are those charges? And if the ages of the suspects would hinder that. All police would confirm is that the victim and suspects involved in this case are under the age of 10, and any other information would jeopardize the investigation. Either way, Kinnebrew says her daughter is left physically, emotionally, and mentally hurt and now in therapy. She is grateful for the support of the community so far, but she wants help and answers.
I want her to just to be somewhat of a normal 5-year-old again.
In Cleveland, Noelle Williams, 19 News.
Man, that's so damn heartbreaking. That's egregious. That's what I'm like. I feel for the baby and for the mother, because that's, I mean, just imagine the pain of a mother. You not being able to help your child. You don't even know where do you even start to console a child? You know what I'm saying? With something like that so bad, they don't even know how to process. She don't even understand what happened to her, to have something to go inside of her. That's just, oh God, egregious. Oh my God, that's such an egregious thing to happen. But shout out to the mother who is standing on business trying to get justice for her child, as she should be. And she is being put up against a lot of pushback. Okay. Another reason why I think these children might be white. Let's get into it. So this tweet was shared. These posts, I'm sorry, from her mother's Facebook was shared. Let me read this post from her mother's Facebook. I need y'all to understand something. These kids aren't normal kids. They literally, allegedly go around terrorizing their neighbors. They've been doing things before my daughter, and the neighbors let my family and authorities know. This 10-year-old allegedly, 9-year-old, because they said all the children are above 10. You know what? I can't even. They might just, if they white, they might be lying about that too. Who knows? So let me just go with what the sister said. The 10-year-old allegedly already has a case open because she broke a 2-year-old's arm before this. Wait a minute. She might have been he. I think they're all boys. So she might have been he. Also, all 3 of them were on a neighborhood's doorbell camera with shirts wrapped around their faces, and they broke into a neighbor's home while her kids were home. The 10-year-old allegedly held her kids down while the boys ran through their home and took things. Literally, allegedly, every kid in the neighborhood is scared of them and isn't allowed to go near their homes or outside, period. Now that's why I'm like, this thing with the parents, y'all waited 4 or 5 hours. I mean, I don't know. Did them kids wait 4 or 5 hours to tell y'all? Did y'all wait 4 or 5 hours to go tell the babysitter what happened to her? I don't know. But it makes me question when I see that your children have ran up in somebody's fucking house and held them hostage while they robbed you. These motherfuckers think they on a den of thieves. They are the den of thieves or some shit, like, for real. They doing stuff like that, terrorizing children. That one of them got a case. And you telling me that you letting your children just outside playing with other people's kids. You ain't got them in no boot camp. You ain't got them on a time limit, or they can only be confined to the front yard. You telling me you just letting them run free through the fucking neighborhood and they've already have multiple instances where they've abused other children? I don't know. That seems a little, that looks a little suspicious, is all I'm saying, but let me see. Let me keep reading. Let me see. Literally allegedly every kid in the neighborhood is scared of them. My family member wasn't aware of any of this. She hasn't even been moved there for 2 months, and her kids don't even go outside. These kids knew how to pick their victims. The difference with my daughter was that they were planning for her to be their first actual kill. What I don't understand is, if the neighbors know all this and they saw them walk up to my daughter, why couldn't they stop them, knowing how evil? Why can't I see? How evil these kids were. They are not normal. Hold up. How evil these kids were. They're not normal kids. Even the news reports at Channel 5 let me know that when they were doing their scenes, people from neighborhood were stopping them, telling them that the kids were how they needed to be. That the kids were how they needed to get in trouble and how they are literally evil and possessed. And to add, the next day after this happened, both families tried to flee with their kids. Oh, so are they immigrants? Are they some white Latinos, or are they? Because she could have just meant flee as in flee the state. But does she mean flee as in flee the country? So are they some white immigrants, or are they just white Americans who was about to get the hell up on out of there? Are they white people who are connected to the police force? That would be another thing. That would also explain why the police are so slow to hold these children or their parents accountable, because they're connected to the police force. Are they connected to the police force or to some important judges or political figures? Is that the case? Let's see. Let me see. They tried to flee with their kids. The 10-year-old's alleged family literally tried to send her back to Florida, and the boys and their family were seen by neighbors trying to move in the middle of the night, packing up in a U-Haul. So you got these two families, and this is why I'm like, the parents are moving real funny. Parents moving real funny for y'all to be innocent, for y'all not to know nothing about y'all children doing nothing like this, for y'all to be teaching y'all children better. Why the fuck are y'all fleeing? Because if my child did something so heinous, I would definitely want them to be held accountable. Even if you can't go to jail, you gonna have some reciprocity. You're gonna be cutting that lady yard. You're gonna be doing community service. You're gonna be on lockdown. You're gonna be writing apology letters to the mother. You're gonna be making apology letters to the public. You're gonna be homes. There's certain things that are just automatically gonna be in place, because I know I want my child to feel the consequences of his actions. So you fleeing is like you running away from the crime. You trying to protect your child from being held accountable, and they need to be. This is an egregious ass act. Now, do I think they should just be sent? I don't think they should be charged as adults, especially if they're black. I don't know if they're black or not. I don't know if they necessarily should be charged as adults because they're underage. They're not even 10 years old. But should they definitely be at some sort of mental health hospital? Should they have to be somewhere? They got to report to somebody for the next few years? Absolutely. These are not children that should be just let reign free, or be flown back to Florida, or be moved to another state to terrorize other children. Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely not. So no, I'm like that. Fleeing is an automatic red flag. Why are y'all running? Why are you running? Why are you running? I mean, I get it, but your child did something heinous, and the fact that somebody else's child was affected so egregious in such an egregious way, you should feel obligated to stay. Doesn't matter if your family getting drugged, if some of the community know who you are, if you're getting ostracized. That's what happened, because guess what? Your child actions reflect your decisions as a parent. What the fuck was you showing them at home? So yeah, you're gonna have to suffer them consequences too. Yeah, you're gonna have to take that to the chin with them, because ultimately that is just a reflection of your own behaviors as well. That's some shit they got up off of y'all, all three of their parents. So all of y'all gotta bite the bullet with it. If somebody going to jail, send one of their goddamn parents. Put them in some sort of mental health institutions for the next 4 years. Maybe put them in mental health institutions until they turn 18 if they need to be. Because they damn sure ain't right in the head doing something like that to a disabled 5-year-old. You can't be right in the head. So no, they shouldn't be let back in school. They shouldn't just be let off. Something has to come from this. Y'all underage, but y'all ain't young enough y'all ain't no fucking babies. Y'all know that y'all wrong. They know they wrong as shit for doing this. Ain't no way. And if they not, that shows they need help even further. Because there's no way that you can't see an issue in that. You don't feel some sort of guilt. How was that? That's another reason why they could be white too, though, because that's some, spiritually. But yeah, I'm like, them fleeing, this just would look weird. The parents, I don't trust it. I'm not trusting with the background of these parents or the motivations of these parents. Let me see. Thank God they didn't escape. These kids are not normal. They literally are going to do this again if not caught. The mother of the boys allegedly has hella charges. Has hella charges herself. Both families are teaching these kids the behavior is okay by not holding them accountable. This cannot happen again. Justice for Marie. And you know what? Another thing is, if this was Black people, the narrative of, this is why our boys need their fathers. This is why, Black people can't get nowhere. This is why Black people are godless. Black people didn't. That narrative would have easily been spread. Like the white supremacists love when that's so. So the fact that they're not letting that be the bait for this type of story, like trying to villainize some young Black men or trying to villainize Black men or Black boys in general. I'm like, I don't know if these kids Black, man. I don't think these kids Black. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. And then they in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, nigga. Ohio is hella white. There's hella white people in Ohio. I mean, Cleveland specifically has a lot of Black people, but there's white people out there too. So I'm like, I don't know. Now the mother put this up as well. I have been told to delete my last post about how these kids been doing evil things. Now, the fact that she was told to delete that, again, why y'all trying to protect them kids so much? Why y'all trying to protect them kids so much? Because they white? Y'all trying to protect that pure white boy that you see is innocent. He can't do no damn wrong. Let me see. I've been told to delete my last post about how these kids been doing evil things because I'm slandering them. The law care more about them than my daughter. This shit disgusting. I'm posting on here. They do not care. I'm done posting on here because they do not care. It's absolutely egregious. The police more worried about censoring what she say about the fucking predators in this situation rather than focused on getting justice for the victim. That sounds like white. That's all they on code. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see. And again, they're gonna try to drag it, especially if they are white. They're gonna take their time revealing the races of these children. So I hope. Shout out to the mother. I really pray that this mother stays 10 toes. And she has the support she needs in order to make sure she gets justice and that these children and their parents are held accountable. Because that child, I'm like, that's just so, oh my God. I mean, again, I just can't imagine. I can't imagine something being so, that happening to a child, to someone's child. That's just so egregious. This says, this is the first part of the story. Hold up. Wait a minute. This is the first part of the story. What is this? Hold up. What is this? This is something else from Facebook in the comments. Let me just see what this is. But apparently she posted this too. 145th in St. Clair while I underwent a medical procedure. While she was away, I got a phone call from my family member stating that my daughter walked out of her house and she couldn't find her anywhere, and that the authorities were contacted. I immediately was filled in panic and rushed out of my house and arrived to the scene. Soon as I got there, I ran to the EMS truck. Wait a minute, what? Said she went on a medical procedure, but then I immediately was filled with panic. I rushed out of my house. So why was you at the house, or was you at your house after a medical procedure? Was she watching her while you recovered from a medical procedure? I just gotta, investigate. I'm just asking questions. But yeah, just clarify on that. But I rushed out of my house and I arrived to the scene. Soon as I got there, I ran to the EMS truck where I found my daughter unresponsive, bloody, with her hair pulled from her scalp, her body covered in bruises, her fingernails filled in dirt, eyes filled with blood, and her neck with blood, her neck showing signs of strangulation, her mouth and lips bloody, her private area filled with debris and dirt, and a big lump on her head. I could not believe what I saw in front of me. My daughter did not look like herself. She was traumatized. She was shaking up a group of bigger kids around ages 8, 9, and 10, and walked up to my daughter, presenting themselves as friendly, took her by her hand and walked her into the field. Okay, this is what happened. They ripped off her hair. They held my daughter down. I don't really want to read that. This is read this. They stripped her naked of her stringer. They strangled her. They urinated on her. That's just so fucking crazy. Okay. She just described. It's just a description of what we heard inside the news article, pretty much. Let me just see. 3 children that lives on the same street she had not knew at the time harmed my daughter and walked up to them and asked them if they saw a little girl. They stared at her with no remorse and told her no and continued playing. Wow. So she said, hold up, let me reread that. She said, where's the beginning of this? She was not telling not telling no adult, thinking they succeeded in killing her, and they continued playing my family member as if she was still looking for my daughter. The family member saw two out of 3 of the children that lives on her street that she had not knew at the time harmed my daughter, and walked up to them and asked them if they saw a little girl, and they stared at her with no remorse and told her no and continued playing, knowing what they had just done to my daughter. As my family member went back to her house waiting on the authorities, them same kids who she had something. I can't see the words. Now, see, yeah, that's weird. I don't know. That's what I'm like, it's a couple things in here that's just like, something ain't adding up. Because even, let me just say right there, even with them, she said that she went out there and she saw 2 of the boys. If they just did that, I'm just thinking, if they went to a field and there was dirt and blood and all this over the little girl, what was on the boys? Because you're not telling me that they did all that to the little girls and nothing was on them. So that tells me that they went home and changed. Maybe nobody was home, nobody seen them, or their parents ain't give a damn, or their parents looked over it, or their parents, whatever, was proud of them for it, whatever. I don't know. Allegedly. Or, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to put, y'all know I keep the kids conspiracy bottle on. I'm not going to put this on the sister, on the mother's friend. But I'm also like, what did they look like? You know what I'm saying? They look like they were just playing. Were they not dirty? Did you see blood on them? Did you see scratches on them? Were there any other key observations made? Other than them just not looking remorseful and them continuing back to play. I don't know. So I got to look at that too. But this is a very odd, certain things, and it looks kind of odd. It feels like there's something else at play here. So we're going to see how this unfolds. Because again, this is still very new. But also it's not a lot of news coverage on it. So yeah, we definitely got to keep our eyes on our sister and her family, and see what's going on with that little girl, and send prayers to her, because this is egregious. I don't know. It's some, I got questions. Where was everybody at? Nobody was around. Where was everybody at? I mean, I get that they saying that the kids, nobody in their neighborhood plays with these kids. I mean, but I'm thinking, that's what I'm going back to the parents too, because the kids shouldn't even been in the neighborhood. If your children have a track record, have an egregious track record that like she's describing, they shouldn't even be allowed to play in the neighborhood with other children. I'm like, I I don't know. The little girl getting out the house though by herself is concerning to me too. I don't know, man. I don't know. So yeah, some questions I got about this story. Definitely some questions. But I do want y'all to make sure if you can, hold up. I do want you to make sure if you can go donate to the sisters GoFundMe. They got a GoFundMe over here. They really almost at the goal. Thank God. It's at 100K. They're trying to raise 100K. And they're at 92,000, which is a blessing. Look at this beautiful little girl. She is so pretty. Look at her hair, so well put together. Oh, just beautiful. We love to see a little FBA queen right here, FBA princess right here. Looks so adorable. But yeah, so yeah, her mother has put up a GoFundMe, and it has gotten a lot of. That's why I got the picture from right here, Justice for Marie. Yeah, is it just Marie or is it A Marie? I think it's just Marie. Maybe that's a typo right there. Actually, I think I put A Marie because I seen that in there, but I think it's just Marie. But shout out to the young sister. Wishing her the best. This is absolutely egregious, outrageous, everything between. Shout out to everybody that has donated. If you can donate, go donate, help this sister out, because that's just. I mean, the amount of therapy. We don't know if the little girl's going to have to go through some sort of, I don't know, like physical therapy as well, but also emotional, just psychologically, how that's going to affect that little girl. They might have to move. I mean, who knows? You know, her mother might have to get another job. This is a big story. You know, she might not feel safe in that neighborhood. Maybe she want to move in with a family member. This could affect their whole life. Okay. Especially with the child being special needs, you know, she might not even want to return to school. You talking about this child having suicidal thoughts. She might not even want to return to school. She might have to pay for homeschooling. She might have to pay for a special needs teacher specifically to homeschool her. So it's a lot. You know, it's a lot. The least we could do is try to help back this sister and give her some funds in this time of need, because that's just an egregious. Oh Lord, that's just so fucking egregious. Shout out to BX in the chat. I see you, girl. Hey, beautiful. Hello, darling. Good to see you again. Make sure y'all follow us on TikTok. You follow me on TikTok because we be going live. You're gonna see BX. She'll be moderating. Okay, I told you about her before. She'll be on one. But yeah, absolutely egregious, outrageous, everything between, man. This is crazy. Shout out to that sister. I really hope that she get justice. We got to keep our eyes on that situation, because that's it's satisfying. Honestly, it's really sad. Honestly. All right, I'm gonna get it. Is that it? Should I react to this? Hold up. Nah, I'm not gonna react to that. It's okay. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. This was a great live. The huge. I do appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Comment on this video when you come in on the playback, even when you leave. I see y'all up in here. I see y'all. Before you get up on this video, go to the comments. Just put a little comment on something I talked about. It helps with the algorithm. Helps with the engagement. I appreciate you in advance. Share it. Go ahead and like it. Give it a like. Give it a like. You can do it. I believe in you. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. Everything else is ZZ Rants on X. I appreciate y'all. Other than that, baby, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Okay. And make sure y'all follow For the Culture and follow me on Twitch. A-Twins. Baby, I'm everywhere. Okay. Link in the description, man. Get him. Anyways, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Tia2U, John, Miss Red Wine, BX, Spirit of Justice, Lewis, Typical, Locomotion, Joe. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. B1 and P. We do not play, but I agree. You fuck with the team. Might find your West in the creek. We crossing our T's. We don't never miss a beat.